Hi, good morning,
Hello.
everybody. We're going to give it about 30 seconds or so just to see a few more people come in, and then we'll kick off the session. Thank you all for joining. Okay, Diti, shall we start things off?
Sure,
Perfect.
definitely.
People will jump in. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar run by our team here at Bluestonex. Title of this webinar, as you can see, is From Mystery to Mastery, Keeping the Core Clean with SAP BTP. So just as a note to you all, this session is being recorded, so you're all aware of that. Your hosts today are myself, Jacob Harrison, Customer Account Manager at Bluestonex, been around the SAP space for 5 or 6 years now. Very happy to be joined by our BTP architect and pre-sales leader, DT. Hi, DT.
Hi, Jacob. Thank you for the introduction and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. Feel free to ask any questions in the Q&A tab of your Teams. And over to you, Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we get into the main part of the session, I'll take you through a little bit about us at Bluestonex. So our flagship product is Maestro, our master data management tool. Of course, Clean Master Data links in with Clean Core, a big part of the topic, is a tool built on BTP with unbeatable user experience. We are a gold partner of SAP BTP. For those of you who don't know, SAP BTP is a strategic cloud service, combines data analytics, automation, integration, app development, and is now well on the way to the innovation in the world of AI. And we're also a member of the App House network. It's a global network of core innovation teams in the SAP space with a design-centered thinking methodology. We are one of only 2 UK partners in this space, which is something we're very proud of, and we utilize the SAP Business Technology platform. Just to take you through a couple of recent innovations and announcements in the BTP space that we've managed to do. We've utilized artificial intelligence in BTP to create a process automation bot, essentially, through Microsoft Teams to create, change, and extend master data records. We've produced a solution for automated intelligent document processing, so very good for you finance people on the call, not having to manually process all your documents now. We've utilized BTP's no-code process for mass process data changes for a clean core, and most recently delivered a full end-to-end integration suite project in just 10 days for one of our customers on their point of sale system. So today's agenda, we're going to take you through the Clean Core methodology with SAP BTP. What is the Clean Core and why is it important for your business? We're going to run through a customer reference story. Aditi will take you through a couple of show and tell demos of some innovations we've done in this space, helping out with the Clean Core very recently. We'll then have time at the end for questions, and we'll answer those as best we can and get back to those afterwards, those we can't, before we conclude the session. Over to you, Aditi.
Thank you, Jacob. So one of the challenges most of our customers face is that staying competitive and relevant in this era of AI, I would say. To address this, customers are embarking on an IT-led digital transformation, as many of you know. Having said that, the different persona in an organization face some potential challenges during this digital transformation journey, as we call it. For business leadership, there needs to be some initial investment in standardizing processes which don't hinder this competitive advantage brought to you by the customizations of the core. For IT, it is refactoring this custom code and upskilling their workforce at the rate of innovation of the platform. In the case of SAP, it is the SAP Business Technology Platform. As you know, it is very fast changing and adopting. And finally, for business users, it is difficult to cope with the changes in technology and rapidly adapting the changing way of working. I'm sure many of you listening in today are facing similar challenges in your organization. And I would like to hand over to Jacob now to help us understand where different customers of Bluestonex are in their clean core journeys today. Over to you,
Thanks,
Jacob.
Aditi. Thank you. So, as Aditi touched upon, every single person on this call will be at a different point on their SAP journey and therefore a different point on their Clean Core journey. So, I'm going to run through 4 different scenarios you may be on and then give you a real life scenario of our customers in that area. So, those customers still on ECC6 naturally are focusing on Clean Core to ensure a clean transition to S/4HANA by the 2027 deadline with little to no disruption for the end users, and they still want to be able to deliver digital innovation during that migration. So an example from Bluestonex customer perspective is a large luxury retail customer we have who are doing about 6 or 7 different integrations to third-party systems to prepare their core for S/4HANA. Those customers who are currently on S/4HANA, you'll be utilizing the Clean Core methodology to complete a clean technical transformation for S/4HANA while adding your functionality into the business. You're likely either going to be future-proofing for future move to cloud via RISE with SAP, or you're just going to be streamlining your process and connections and data for the long-term SAP strategy on S/4HANA beyond 2027. An example is in Bluestonex customer's case is a large power company who we've worked with for a number of years on managing their master data and now adding a governance piece around it to govern this data to make it future-proof in that regard. Those of you on S/4HANA RISE with SAP, you are actively asked and encouraged to follow Clean Core by SAP. They'll onboard updates quickly for you as they come through with it with minimum impact, but Clean Core is required for a clean adoption of these SAP updates. For the few of you who may be going from ECC straight to S/4HANA RISE, you may have taken or will be taking some legacy debt. The Clean Core methodology can assist with replacing this. So a Bluestonex customer example is for one of our manufacturing customers who manufacture skincare products. We're working with them on not only their master data, but taking away some of this legacy debt through potential integration and applications. And for the few of you on the Grow with SAP journey, you have no option essentially but to take on board a Clean Core strategy, and the functionality gaps you do have in this adoption will need to be filled by integrations and applications to allow a clean migration to grow. We've recently been working with a large public sector company, and we're looking at doing in the region of 15 to 20 different integrations, which is going to help them get onto that journey of Grow with SAP and fill that functionality gaps.
Thank you, Jacob, for actually simplifying the buzzwords for us here today. With that being said, can you take a moment to write just a few words according to you, whatever you might have read or heard in different forums? What do you know? What do you think Clean Core is? Can we have some active participation? We cannot see you, we cannot hear you, so it's totally anonymous. Let me start with something.
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
So we have
thank you for
complicated, future innovation, and important in there right now, Aditi.
that's really creative, I would say. Yeah, I like the future innovation one.
One in the
Yeah,
chat,
we
keeping
have
the
some,
system
yeah,
clean.
yes. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah,
Thank you, everybody.
thank you so much. I think, the understanding is really in line with what we want to say. What we want to say is we want to call it a mystery. The main reason is that it's a very broad concept, clean core. And what is compliant and what is not compliant according to SAP's clean core strategy. Sometimes it really takes a lot of time to understand that and come up with the effort estimation on this digital transformation journey for some organizations. But this concept is very crucial for a sustainable digital transformation. And we are actually here to help you master this concept and prevent you from reinventing the wheel every time there is a system upgrade or update. So simply putting that this is an approach that keeps the core running smoothly while still allowing you to innovate around it in your S/4HANA digital transformation journeys. So when I say innovation, it's not only about inducing AI into all your applications, but it can simply mean getting rid of any manual effort in your application development, maybe by using automation or even helping you improve, getting rid of seeing the blue screen of the SAP GUI every time with some fancy modern UI5 technology or SAP Fiori or any other front-end web technologies. Some of the dimensions which need to be analyzed for the ERP system to keep the core clean are the business process standardization itself, creating extensions outside the ERP core, not like on the stack of the ERP core, while still maintaining highest data quality standards, which provide the flexibility to integrate with SAP as well as non SAP systems, and letting you have this lean and very efficient maintenance operation while the transformation and after the transformation. So this is what we think clean core is, and why do you actually need it? What is really the purpose? I would laugh and say about it that I heard about many stories that SAP is pushing us. We don't understand the concept. That's why we have to go to clean core. But let's think that your ERP system is in this unlimited loop of upgrading. Let us think from another perspective. What if your ERP system upgrades happens as efficiently as your phone's software upgrade? Achieving a shorter version upgrade cycle and providing users with new functionality quickly. That's the inspiration, I think, behind adopting the SAP's Clean Core strategy. So I think that's really the purpose behind it. But to overcome the business challenges which we discussed for different persona initially, it is very important to bust some myths about, the Clean Core strategy. First of all, in reality, 100% clean core might not be achievable where there is not even a single customization. No matter the availability of standard processes, every business is unique. All your organizations might have different goals and KPIs to achieve after your digital transformation. And the ERP system might not be perfect to meet all the customers' business needs because it need not fit to standards every time. So, whether the reality is customizations give you this competitive advantage in your business and you still want to retain them. You don't want to recycle all the customization which you actually have in order to adopt your clean core strategy. So, how can we get started to make this theoretical concept a reality? Well, this is the three-tier strategy for clean core, which is recommended by SAP. No matter where you are on your digital transformation journey, as explained by Jacob earlier, where our customers are on their digital transformation journeys, Bluestonex can help you accelerate and innovate at the same time with these customizations on SAP Business Technology Platform. If you look at it, this is side by side extension, which we call it, and not really on stack for SAP core, since all the customizations, well, not really all, but some of the customizations could be brought out of your ERP core, and you can innovate using all the latest and greatest provided by the platform itself. So in this session, we will mostly focus on this part, the side-by-side extensibility of SAP Business Technology Platform, and how Bluestonex has done some great developments and helped our customers realize this cleanish core concept where we add, extend, and maintain new functionalities to SAP systems. I call it cleanish core because, as I said, it might not be a perfectly clean core, and that can be achieved by following some of the best practices with BTP, depending on the skill set, the resources, and the innovation appetite which your organization or your business has. Some of the best practices mentioned here, as I mentioned earlier, that you can simply change the user experience by adopting any latest and greatest SAP UI5, Fiori, or other modern web technologies. Or if you simply want to replace your BAPI with OData services, or you want to use CAP or RAP models, or you simply want to develop mobile based application using low code no code technologies like SAP Build or using pro code technologies. Bluestonex partnered with Watches of Switzerland to re-platform their goods receipts application onto SAP Business Technology Platform. It was as part of our custom application development service using these best practices, addressing both their technical and functional shortcomings in line with the clean core principles. Watches of Switzerland needs no formal introduction. I'm sure many of you know it is a leading luxury watch retailer with a reputation for quality and exclusivity. They're transforming their technology infrastructure to prioritize different challenges which they have faced to streamline their operations across their global presence. Some of these challenges, for this goods receipt application, I would say, originally this was developed as the first Fiori app, which was built on their legacy SAP Gateway technology, and it was heavily customized to meet the group's unique and very complex requirements for serial number tracking system. However, as business needs evolved, this solution began to face significant challenges for performance, scalability, and was facing security compliance risks. We optimized their application's backend architecture. We redesigned the UI and improved the performance, scalability, and security compliance by transitioning this application to BTP, still meeting their digital transformation KPIs. Transitioning this application and other Fiori-based applications to SAP BTP under the Bluestonex partner managed cloud model has allowed watches to retire their legacy servers, reducing overheads as well as increasing their flexibility to integrate with other SAP and non-SAP systems. If you are hearing about the Bluestonex partner managed cloud for the very first time, Jacob and the team will be very, happy to help you to make you understand what this commercial model is, the Bluestonex Partner Managed Cloud. So after the session or during the session, please feel free to buzz Jacob to understand what Partner Managed Cloud is provided by Bluestonex. Next, we will take a look at how Bluestonex created some of the very efficient and innovative solutions using the side-by-side extensibility concept of SAP Business Technology Platform. I would like to introduce Alice's story. In a warehouse setting, periodic stock counting is very crucial for maintaining accurate inventory records, ensuring optimal stock levels, and still meeting regulatory compliance. This process often involves physical stock counting of items which are stored in different locations across the warehouse, still updating the stock counts in the warehouse inventory management system correctly and accurately. So, what are some of the challenges Alice faces in the warehouse? Warehouse is in a remote location with poor internet connectivity, making it difficult for her to access or update real-time inventory data. Manual errors are caused by this paper-based stock counting which she is having currently. This can lead to not only transcription errors but also data loss or some delays in updating the records. It becomes a very time-consuming process. Still, the quality might not be guaranteed for the data which she has uploaded. Our BTP experts thought how great it would be if Alice could use an application which can work offline to meet the emerging demand where there is need to download the service, information and data from the backend at the beginning of the day, make some changes throughout the day, and then upload the modified request to the backend server at the end of the day or whenever she finds connectivity. This offline mobile application is powered by SAP BTP services, helping Alice to work from anywhere productively and sync the data whenever she finds connectivity during her day. This ensures data accuracy. It also ensures operational efficiency and seamless integration with SAP's inventory management system. Another example I want to introduce is the Maestro framework. This is our flagship product and it supports a clean core approach by enabling organizations to manage master data processes outside the SAP system without any custom code. Its configurable workflows and the low code, no code capabilities allow businesses to tailor data management and governance, still preserving the integrity of the ERP core. For many solutions, you might need to provide the data in the template which the solution offers, but in the case of Maestro framework, we will adapt the template based on how your data is formatted. You can get rid of legacy systems which are lacking data governance or unlimited use of Excel files, still managing your data correctly. Now, let's meet Paul. He is an accounts payable clerk who receives a lot of documents in his mailbox every day for review, either to post invoices or purchase orders or sales orders to the ERP system. Now, managing and processing these invoices can be very time consuming, and since he's doing it manually, it can be error prone as well. This leads to difficulty in tracking if he gets hundreds of emails, which version is the latest one which needs to be reviewed. It can also cause delays in approvals from the right stakeholders, ensuring compliance risk for regulatory compliance checks. With Maestro Document, you can automate 99% of your transactional document workflows for capturing, validating, and reporting all in one seamless AI-driven platform. It's no code configuration as you can see on the screen. It is tailored for your organization to help you choose the options that best suit your requirements. Today, suppose you are on an older legacy ERP system, you have the option to choose that. If you have migrated already, completed your digital transformation journey to S4, just by a single switch, you can use Maestro Document to analyze the data on that system with minimum intervention for this document processing, as well as effectively handling if there are any exceptions or mismatch. We are using generative AI for this approach. The reason is instead of manually gathering the data of disputes, you can simply by clicking the magic wand, you will get what the dispute is, and you will be able to email the person, the author actually, from where the dispute has arose, explaining in very simple words what the problem is and how we should proceed with the issue resolution. So, I would like to stop here basically by saying clean core is the outcome of this transformation and not really the starting point. So, we must understand that the beginning is really the older ERP system, and there is no definite end because cleaning the core is a continuous approach. Even though you have migrated on an S4 system, you still need to maintain it. It's a continuous process and a journey. That's why every time we hear clean core is a journey and not a destination. And the value it adds to different persona can be measured based on like total cost of ownership for business leadership, which will impact, when the system improves, cost reduction happens, the faster updates will, involve more customers. And for IT, it simply provides a simplified system to manage and faster update cycles. Whereas for business users, they can achieve faster feature adoption and the standardized workflows. They need not continuously change, based on the changing needs based on the platform. So, if you have BTP cloud credits and don't know how to use them, or if you are completely new to the SAP BTP ecosystem but have ideas for how you can create innovative application but don't have the resources, or if you simply need consulting support, we are here to help you. So no matter what your concern about adopting clean core is, let us know how we can help. You will be able to see now a poll where you can add some of your concerns, and we really want to discuss with you in real time what they are. Can I ask, the audience, if you don't mind, can you add in this chat what some of your concerns are about adopting clean core, after listening to how Bluestonex has helped its customers, or some of the customer reference stories and the journeys. If you don't mind, please add some of the pain points which you in your organization are facing today, and what is your motivation to join this webinar, basically, I would say, because you might have been curious, right, what we are going to tell and how we are going to solve your pain points. So let's hear it, guys. I know it's time for lunch, but
Absolutely. We have some typing in the chat, so hopefully we'll have a response in just a moment.
yes. You can tell anything. You can tell it's money. Where will the money come from to adopt BTP? It's totally fine. Okay. Well,
No problem.
Jacob?
Well, perhaps in that case, then, if obviously people maybe don't have any pain points on Clean Core, if there's any questions or anything like that at the end of the session that may clear up some of the queries that may help you get to your pain points, please do put
Yes.
those into the Q&A or the chat now, and we will hope to work through them for you as well. And hopefully that may re-clarify some things as well.
Yes. I see our panel has a really easy job today. We have no questions. We have no pain points, Jacob.
Absolutely.
Either it is completely clean. The session was completely clean. Anyone, would you like to mention any, question which you had about what we spoke? Yeah, we are seeing some traction in the chat. Can the participants unmute themselves if they want to ask something? I'm not really sure. Huh.
Looks like we've got a few things coming from the chat, so hopefully that'll be landing in just a moment.
Hmm.
Here we are. Okay, DT. So we've got customizations on user exits and standard processes. What would be a good approach to tackle this?
What do you mean by user exits, Sonal? You have customization. You want to understand like which tier model, like which tier approach you want to follow. It would be really great if we can unmute.
Jack, maybe if you can check if we can unmute participants in the people column, that might be good.
Yeah,
Maybe easier to explain.
yeah. Because it is so we know that customizations are very common, and Graham is replying to that.
You might have a user exit that when you save a delivery in SAP, it creates an invoice automatically. Great example, Graham. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, this is Sonal here.
Yeah,
You can
Sonal,
Hi,
hear
yes,
me?
Sonal.
please. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
So basically, my question was around, the brownfield objects that we have. That means already we have our, user exits or any enhancement in the standard processes. So we are kind of trying to have POCs around it, but we are facing difficulties in achieving that because for the new objects, I think to achieve the core methodology is quite simpler than the brownfield objects that we have. So if you can just throw some lights on how we can approach to this.
If you have standard APIs or if you have standard objects, it is very easy, as you mentioned. Otherwise, you can
No,
use
I mean new
OT.
objects. Sorry, for the new objects, we feel it is a little easier, compared to the existing objects that we have or in the system, okay, which are kind of customizations to the standard processes, maybe user exits or enhancement in any of the processes. So we consider them as brownfield approach, right?
Yes.
So for that, yeah. So for that, what is the best practices or any guidelines or any simpler ways that we have to tackle this?
So one thing is we still follow the 3 Rs, the reuse, retire, and re-innovate, based on the clean core strategy. I'm talking in terms of the clean core strategy now. So we need to see where exactly your use case fits under, and if there is something which we can create on BTP as a side-by-side extension for it. So you will still be using the services which you have, so using OData services, I mentioned retiring the puppies and using OData services in one approach. So Graham is mentioning you would replace. So that's what it is. So it's not like completely recycling it, but reusing that on the BTP itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can call it as replace, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The main idea is that you don't have some customization sitting on your ERP system. Tomorrow, when an upgrade comes in, you don't need to test and maintain that extra functionality which you have on your core. It's already outside your ERP system. Your system upgrades smoothly, and then if there is any impact, you can check by testing standalone functionality outside your ERP system. It won't disrupt your system upgrade, basically. Whatever that customization was on it is brought outside of it.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
No problem. And we have more comments from our folks. Thank you, everyone there.
Perfect. Where
If
we
you
have
have,
reached half past, but maybe if we give it another minute, see if anything else comes in, and
yes,
otherwise people can obviously reach out post session
yes,
as well in that case.
yes. While we are still having questions and answers in the chat,
Hmm.
I would like to ask you all in the meantime to fill another small poll to understand what you would like to see in our upcoming webinar sessions. So this was our very first one, as Jacob mentioned earlier. We chose the topic of clean core because we thought it is very burning and hot. People have heard about it. People know what it is, but may not know it completely. People don't know how we Bluestonex can help you as BTP experts there. So we wanted to introduce that concept. So what topic shall we focus in future sessions? We are
Customer
seeing
success
responses.
stories. Okay,
Yes,
definitely good to know.
yes,
I think we've just got another one in saying integration suite. So funnily enough, we do actually have a webinar, I believe it's the 13th of February, about integration suite, quite specifically. So that'll be dived into with our integration suite manager there as well. So that'll be a really good one to join. And we can share that link out post event. While we're waiting on more responses for the poll DT, we have one last question here, which is experience
yes,
with change management. So how do we balance the situation where business users are familiar with customization in current systems? There
yes.
may be benefit to re-platform customization onto BTP, but how do you recommend taking users on a journey to new processes? So do we have any examples when we've used human-centered design approach to move the expectation of what's possible from resisting change to becoming change advocates?
Yes. So I will start with it, and I'm sure Jacob wants to add a
Yeah.
lot because he is there for this app house philosophy. He is an expert there. I'm not so much, but it is always a human-centered design approach for Bluestonex, I think. That's what we are very proud about. That user journey is very important to us. The end user, who is the business user, needs to feel comfortable in what they are using in terms of application or UI or whatever it is. From a general perspective, it cannot be specific to only clean core, but this is the methodology which we follow. We have a lot of examples. Jacob mentioned about several customer stories in the clean core journeys when he
Absolutely.
explained. And I think each and every customer journey which we do is based on the human-centered design approach.
Absolutely. But Aditi, earlier in the slides, you did have a good one actually. Watches of Switzerland's example was a very good example because they were on an old version, I believe was the original Fiori application.
Yes.
They were very, as many end users are, very comfortable with that use. It's something you get so used to over time. So it took quite a while for us and quite a lot of different sessions and showing both back end technically, front end functionality to get them really advocates for change. And now they're becoming one of the biggest advocates. The same was as being said with the integration suite stories that we touched upon with those guys. There was a lot of pushback and resistance initially, but now it's become a real focused point for those guys for the future of their SAP. Hopefully that answers your question, Nadim.
All right. I think we are above time. We are sorry for
Absolutely.
that. And yeah, we
Absolutely,
would
guys.
like
Well,
to see, yeah.
thank you everyone who has joined and participated in the polls and the webinars. Myself and Aditi have enjoyed walking you through this today. And yeah, wishing you all an enjoyable rest of your day. Thank you very much. And there's a little pop up there saying please rate today's session. Don't be too hard on us, but thank you guys,
Thank
and
you. Thank you
wishing you
everyone
all,
for joining. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Wish you all a good day.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.